This recording is going to cover how to complete the second exercise two, the Twitter Bird's second exercise from session two, shape building and tracing practice. This is found in week 4-5 of Schoology. We're going to go ahead and open this up. And what you want to make sure of before we begin is, did you download these 4 files? They will be found in your illustration folder. Also know that if you ever want to create template layers for anything else, these instructions here will help you with that. And you will notice that there's a slight difference in the structure here. These videos are being made uh, now, so you'll see these in here soon. Okay, but also understand that there are complete instructions, and to get there, there is a link for that right here. All right, so we're going to focus on the Twitter bird, and we're going to be using the pen tool. So let's use that new link to find out why. So it takes you to the instruction sheet, and from exercise 1, you see the challenge was to use only rounded rectangles. So now we're going to use only the pen tool. Okay, this is going to have us focus on corner points and understand what those are. So I already have my Illustrator open, and you can see this is the previous exercise. I'm going to go ahead and create a new document. And we'll recall that it was art and illustration, 1280 by 1024. We're going to go ahead and call this exercise 2 underscore your last name. We're going to change the units to pixels, and we can leave everything else as is. So check it, art and illustration, 1280 1024 pixels, and it named it. Good to go. We're going to go ahead and hit create. Your artboard will look like this. Always make sure your workspace is good. So we're just going to reset it. We're using Essential Classic. All right, now let's bring in our subject. We use File, Place. I'm already at my project folder and illustration, and there's the Twitter bird or exercise 2. I'm going to select it. And to make it a template, we check this box. So I only selected it once. I didn't double click. I'm going to make sure that this box is checked. And now I'm going to hit place. Now we're good to go. Oh, that was small, right? So let's look at our layers. Remember how template layers come in: italicized, special vision, locked. You know, we can unlock it temporarily, and let's resize this using our select tool and shift and alt. There you go, that's a good fit. And please make sure you lock it back. All right, the layer that we're going to actually draw on is called layer 1, but let's rename it trace. And let's highlight it to make sure Illustrator knows we're working on it. All right, so there's our template ready to go. I'm going to grab the pen tool. All right, so this is the perfect image to, trace here with the pen, because it's a nice introduction to what I like to call corner points and smooth points. So, you're going to have points that create a corner. You're going to have points that are along a curve. And so those are the two main points that you want to understand about the pen tool. And the more you know about them, the more you're going to be able to trace and make really nice, crisp vector images. Okay. Pen tool is the best tool. Okay. So I usually like to start right here in the back of the neck. You can start at the top of the wing there, however, whatever works for you. And so I'll start here just to kind of get it going. Let me zoom in just a little. Well, I'll leave it around here. I'm zoomed in at about 50%. All right, so right here in the back of the neck, I'm going to click once, and I'm going to say, you can drag out a little bit, and what you're doing is kind of gauging the height of the curve that you're making. Since we're on a guide, we kind of already have that established. So I figure maybe about this much, and the curve is going this way. So I'm just gauging the height or the length. I'm going in the upwards direction, and I'm going to the right. So kind of northeast a little bit there. See, look at that. Look at that curve. Instantly it went in that direction. And I might be able to do this in one. Let's see. Okay. I got part of it, but that's what we're going to learn here is how do you manipulate the curve. Oh, rule number one of the pen, and this is exactly why we do it. Check this out, folks. So right now, Illustrator is trying to fill this, and it shouldn't be. So I need to go over here real quick, and you can do this while you're using the pen, or maybe you knew this ahead of time. And I'm just going to turn off the fill. Okay, there you go. I didn't even have to break the path. All right, there we go. So let's take a moment here, and I'm still connected, and let's work with two hands. If you hold the Alt key, check this out, your tool becomes what's called an anchor point tool. And this anchor point tool is going to allow us to edit your curve. So you don't have to start over all the time. You can kind of fix it a little bit. I'm holding the Alt key while I do this. I'm going to get as close as I can. It's not going to be perfect. There you go. And now I can continue. Okay. All right, now I can continue. So I'm going to go ahead and make this beak right here. All right. And now I want to go ahead and hold Alt and just adjust my lines. Okay. All right, holding Alt, I can change that handle. And now I'm going to come down here and do the opening of the mouth and click and drag because there's a curve right there. Okay. Now don't let go. Don't let go. Okay. Hold Alt. Here's another way that Alt works. Hold Alt and now say I want to go this way. Grab that handle after getting that convert tool. Grab that handle and just move it this direction. Let go of Alt, and now your line goes in that direction. Let me move it down just a little bit. Alt, move it down just a little bit. Hey, that's much better. All right, get the tip of the beak right there, and it's going to allow me to go this direction. So I'm going to click and drag. So I'm just kind of, if you mess up, don't worry about it. I'm going to hold Alt real quick. Watch this. I'm holding this handle while I'm making this line. See, still moving. Alt, and it's now going to let me borrow that handle and say, hey, I want to go this way. Okay. And look, my path is going that way. Okay. I don't want to get greedy and try to do this whole thing, but look, you can change your curves while you go. So I'm going to if I make a mistake, no big deal. I'm going to click and drag here because I want to make the kind of the breast of the Twitter bird. Okay. Looks like the curve is good there, so I'm not going to make any adjustments. I'm going to go to the tip of the tail right here and click and drag and make it fit. Now, look, I'm caught again. See, we're in another one of those situations. I need a corner point. So, Alt, and I want to go in this direction. See how useful that is? Alt, go in this direction. Click, drag, Alt, and go in this direction. There you go. Oh, let me adjust it just a little bit more. There we go. That's better. That's going to let me just go ahead and go up here without using Alt. But I do have to stretch to make this curve here. I'm getting so lucky here, folks. Honestly, I'm recording this and, I could have made a million mistakes by now, but I'm getting really lucky here. And maybe you are too, if you're following along. Alt, change direction. Oh man, did you never have to start over? You can always adjust the curves after the fact. All right. Oh, there's a bell. Right at the end, right? So click and close. See that little circle? That means close the shape, but I want to click and drag because I want to finish that wing. And now I have my Twitter bird. All right, you have a closed shape, so now you can go ahead and fill it with whatever color you want. And that completes, all right, the pen tool tracing. All right, till next time. I'll save. And I gotta put demo on it. Save. All right.